Hi everyone, so today we're going to have our review for 8.3 and 8.4 for your quiz tomorrow. The first thing we're going to do is a little homework review from yesterday. So in the first problem, I gave you f minus 18 times f plus 18. To solve it, we're going to use FOIL. So the first thing we do is first, so f times f gives me f squared. Then we do first outer, so f times 18 gives me 18f. Then we go to inner, so negative 18 times f. And then last, we do negative 18 times positive 18, and we get negative 324. Then we convert it to this, so now we're left with f squared plus 18f minus 18f minus 324. We go ahead and combine like terms. Now I know just some of you were adding this one. This f is not the same as these two f's because this one is f squared and these two are just regular f's. So what are our like terms? 18f and negative 18f. Positive 18 minus 18 cancels out. So we're left with f squared minus 324. And this is our final answer. In the next problem, we have 3 plus 2c times negative 3 plus 2c. Same thing. We do 3 times negative 3, we get negative 9. Then we do 3 times 2c and we get 6c. Then we do 2c times negative 3 and we get negative 6c. And then we do 2c times 2c and we get 4c squared. Then we convert it to this and we're left with negative 9 plus 6c minus 6c plus 4c squared. Combine our like terms. So 6c minus 6c cancels out. So now we're left with negative 9 plus 4c squared. And this right here is our final answer. And then I took it one step further and I just went around and switched because in theory you're supposed to have the variables first. So standard form, 4c squared minus 9. I'll take either of these answers. The next problem, 3x to the fourth minus y to the third times 3x to the fourth plus y to the third. The first thing we're going to do is 3x to the fourth times 3x to the fourth, and we get 9x to the eighth. Then we do 3x to the fourth times y to the third, and we get 3x to the fourth y to the third. Then we do negative y to the third times 3x to the fourth, and we get negative 3x to the fourth y to the third. And lastly, we do y to the third times, or negative y to the third times y to the third, and we get negative y to the sixth. Now these two over here. Now if you're wondering, why wasn't it x to the seventh or y to the seventh? These right here, we can't combine the exponents because the variables aren't the same. So right here, you can't add these. This is just x and this is y. It just stays exactly as it is. So now we're going to take all of this and make it look like this, so it's easier to combine like terms. So now we have 9x to the eighth plus 3x to the fourth, y to the third, minus 3x to the fourth, y to the sixth, y to the third, minus y to the sixth. Combine like terms, and we're left with 9x to the eighth minus y to the sixth. Now we have this one, j plus 20 times j minus 20. J times j gives us j squared. J times negative 20 gives us negative 20j. 20 times j gives us 20j. And 20 times negative 20 gives us negative 400. So now we're left with j squared minus 20j plus 20j minus 400. Combine our like terms so that 20j's cancel out. And we're left with j squared minus 400 as our final answer. So now we're going to do our quiz review. So it's on Chapter 8, Section 3, and Section 4. So when we're multiplying a binomial by a binomial, we're going to use the FOIL method. So this right here, binomial times binomial. So if you have two terms times two terms, we're going to go ahead and use FOIL. FOIL, once again, stands for first, outer, inner, last. So let's try this one. A plus 8 times A minus 2. So A times A gives us A squared. A times negative 2 gives us negative 2A. 8 times A gives us 8A. And 8 times negative 2 gives us negative 16. Now we're left with A squared minus 2A plus 8A minus 16. Combine like terms, so we're going to do negative 2 plus 8, and that gives us 6. So we're left, our final answer we're left with is A squared plus 6A minus 16. Now this is one of our special cases. Whenever we see the squared up here with whatever variable plus whatever number, so right here we have 2x plus 9, and this is all of it squared, you're going to break it up into two separate problems. You're going to multiply all of this by itself. So 2x plus 9 times 2x plus 9. So we're going to do first, so 2x times 2x gives me 4x squared. Then we do our outer, so 2x times 9 gives me 18x. Then we do inner, 9 times 2x, 18x. And 9 times 9 gives me 81. So we write this all out. So we have 4x squared plus 18x plus 18x plus 81. Combine our like terms, so 18x plus 18x. So my final answer is 4x squared plus 36x plus 81. So now what happens if we do multiply a binomial by a trinomial? So we're going to use the distributive property to find the product or the answer. So here we have 2g plus 7 times 3g squared minus 5g plus 2. So we're just going to distribute this 2g to each and every term in that second set of parentheses, and then go ahead and do the same with the 7. So 2g times 3g squared is going to give me 6g cubed. 2g times negative 5g gives me negative 10g squared. And 2g times 2 gives me 4g. So now I'm going to worry with the 7. So 7 times 3g squared, 21g squared. 7 times negative 5g, negative 35g. And 7 times 2, 14. Now I write this all out. And now I just start combining my like terms. My like terms here are negative 10g squared and 21g squared. Negative 10 plus 21 will give me 11. And then we have 4g and negative 35g. So 4 minus 35, I'll get negative 31g. So my final answer is 6g cubed plus 11g squared minus 31g plus 14. As always, here is our pet of the day. This is your classmate Joe's dog. His name is Oreo, and Oreo is just very lazy. Now we're going to play a quizzes, so we're going to do that as a review. If you have any questions, please let me know. Good luck on your test tomorrow, guys.